For decades, we've been told to eat our vegetables for a healthy heart and a sharp mind. It's good advice. But what if one of the most celebrated superfoods, a vegetable we all recognize as the gold standard of healthy eating, could be quietly causing problems for certain people? What if I told you that for some, it could be contributing to brain fog, fatigue, digestive pain, and other health issues that you just can't seem to solve? At Amen Clinics, we look at the brain to understand what's really going on in the body. We believe you are not stuck with the brain or body you have, but to get well, you have to have the right information. Today, we're going to look at a vegetable praised by almost everyone. We're going to discuss why it's not right for everyone and give you the information you need to decide if it's right for you. All right, the vegetable we're putting under the microscope today is broccoli. I know what you're thinking. Broccoli's a powerhouse of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. It's on every list of healthy foods, and for good reason. For most people, it's a fantastic choice. I am not here to demonize broccoli, but one of the most important lessons from our work with tens of thousands of patients is that health is not one size fits all. A food is only healthy if it's healthy for your unique biology. The problem is we've been given a generic rule book for nutrition, and for many, it's failing. For certain people, broccoli contains natural compounds that can create significant health challenges. This isn't a radical theory. It's based on the biochemistry of the plant and how it interacts with our individual bodies. One of my core principles is that you should only love foods that love you back. So today we're going to look at the science to help you figure out if broccoli truly loves you back or if it might be a hidden source of your health struggles. The first issue we need to discuss is your thyroid. This little gland in your neck is the engine for your metabolism, and when it's not working right, your brain and body suffer. Low thyroid function is linked to fatigue, depression, weight gain, hair loss, and that frustrating feeling of brain fog. Broccoli and all cruciferous vegetables contain compounds called goitrogens. In your body, these can break down into substances like thiocyanates. Now, here is the critical part. Goitrogens can interfere with your thyroid's ability to use iodine. Iodine is the essential building block your thyroid needs to produce its hormones. When iodine uptake is blocked, your thyroid function can slow down. This isn't a major risk for most people with a healthy thyroid and sufficient iodine levels. However, for two specific groups, it is a serious concern. Individuals with a pre-existing iodine deficiency, those who already have an underactive thyroid or an autoimmune thyroid condition like Hashimoto's disease. For these individuals, consuming very large amounts of raw cruciferous vegetables could make their condition worse. Millions of people have undiagnosed thyroid problems and don't know why they feel tired and mentally sluggish. It's crucial to understand how even healthy foods can play a role. Next, let's talk about the gut-brain axis. If your gut is a mess, your brain often follows. Have you ever eaten a big serving of broccoli and then felt painfully bloated or gassy? You're not alone. For many people, especially those with sensitive digestive systems, broccoli can be a major source of discomfort. The reason is a group of carbohydrates called FODMAPs. These are small carbs that are not easily absorbed in the small intestine. When they reach the large intestine, gut bacteria ferment them, which produces a lot of gas. This can lead to bloating, pain, and cramping, especially for people with irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. Broccoli is particularly high in a FODMAP called fructan, and this is concentrated in the stalk. The florets, or heads, are lower in FODMAPs and often better tolerated in smaller servings. So while you're getting good fiber, you might also be getting a dose of something your gut simply can't handle. Again, this doesn't apply to everyone, but for the estimated 15% of people with IBS, broccoli might be a food that does not love them back. If any of this is resonating with you, if you've been struggling with these kinds of symptoms despite trying to eat right, it's a sign that you need to become a detective for your own health. At Amen Clinics, we believe in empowering you with information. If you want to learn more about how to optimize your brain and body, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. The third area of concern is a very specific but critical food-drug interaction. This involves the common class of medications known as blood thinners, like Warfarin. Here's the science. Broccoli is packed with vitamin K. Vitamin K is essential for blood clotting, which is a vital process to stop bleeding. However, millions of people with a history of stroke or conditions like atrial fibrillation are prescribed blood thinners to prevent blood clots from forming. These drugs work by blocking the action of vitamin K. Do you see the conflict? If you are on Warfarin and you suddenly introduce large amounts of vitamin K into your diet, say by starting a health kick with big broccoli salads, you can essentially cancel out the effect of your medication. This could make your blood more likely to clot, increasing the risk of a life-threatening event. The key here is not necessarily avoidance, but consistency. People on these medications must maintain a very stable intake of vitamin K so their dosage can be set correctly. It's a crucial conversation to have with your doctor and a powerful example of why you need to understand how foods interact with your specific health situation. My goal is never to create fear, but to empower you with knowledge. Health is about smart choices, not deprivation. So what should you do with this information? First, regarding your thyroid, cook your broccoli. Steaming, roasting, or boiling significantly deactivates the goitrogenic compounds. For most people, enjoying a cup of cooked broccoli is perfectly fine, especially if your iodine intake is adequate from sources like seafood or iodized salt. If you have a known thyroid condition, it's wise to moderate your intake and talk with your doctor. Second, for digestive issues, listen to your body. If you have a sensitive gut or IBS, try small portions of just the broccoli florets, which are lower in FODMAPs. Cooking also makes it easier to digest. If it still causes you pain, there are many other great vegetables that are gentler on the gut, like spinach, zucchini, and bell peppers. Third, for the blood thinner interaction. Consistency and communication are everything. If you take Warfarin, you must speak with your doctor or pharmacist about your diet. They won't tell you to stop eating healthy vegetables, but they will stress the importance of keeping your vitamin K intake stable from day to day. The solution isn't to fear a vegetable. It's to understand its properties and make choices that serve your brain and body. So, is broccoli secretly harming you? For the vast majority of people, absolutely not. It remains a very healthy food, but the idea that any single food is a universal superfood is a myth. For individuals with thyroid issues, sensitive digestion, or those on blood thinners, broccoli contains compounds that require caution. The most important lesson is that you are the expert on your body. True health comes not from following generic trends, but from personalized knowledge. You can change your brain and your life, and it starts with understanding what your body needs. Now, I want to hear from you. What has been your experience with broccoli? Have you noticed any of these issues, or did this information help connect some dots for you? Please share your story in the comments below. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear on their own health journey. And finally, if this video has empowered you with new knowledge, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more information to help you create a better brain and a better life. Thank you for watching.